Thou shalt be diversified. The easiest way to be diversified is by buying indexed ETFs. The reason buying indexed ETFs is a good idea is because the indexed ETFs do all the homework for you. So you don't have to do a bunch of research and due diligence on each individual company and stock. The ETF will do that homework for you. And when a stock is not doing well, the ETF will rotate that holding out and rotate in a new one that is doing well. So if you're someone that just kind of wants to set it and forget it and not obsess over this stuff and make it your whole life, index ETFs take a lot of the homework out. So if you're looking to diversify into something that's an income type ETF, I like YMAG because YMAG is diversified for you. So rather than having to go a bunch of individual stocks, YMAG gives you the Magnificent Seven diversification on its own. So you get exposure to Google, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, and Amazon all with one stock with YMAG. So they're going to rebalance and reallocate the weighting of each one without you having to do that for yourself. Stocks go up and down. So being diversified into index is obviously a great idea, but there's also ways to further diversify by being in different indexes. So there's small caps, there's mid caps, there's large cap indexes. So being diversified into indexed ETFs is a great idea, but also being diversified into different indexes as well. And then taking that one step further is what I like to do is I have a watch list on my stock tweets, which is just kind of my little go-to app on my phone, where I have all of the spider sector ETFs. So I watch all of the different sectors and I see kind of the breadth of the market. If you notice on Friday, healthcare and utilities were up big. So, having this here and being able to see kind of where the money is flowing and going gives me a good idea on where I need to add to my positions and where I need to trim strength. So being diversified, I'm looking for general market performance. So if I notice that my account isn't up as much as some of the indexes, then I know that maybe I have some overlap where I have multiple stocks or multiple ETFs that are performing similarly, or I'm kind of having two stocks that are doing the same thing. So when I'm not getting that full performance, it tells me that I need to take a closer look and find where I'm losing that performance. So being able to see all of the sectors gives me a good idea on where I'm not getting that performance from. Specifically for the FIRE movement, these high income ETFs, I also like to diversify into different brands, basically different companies. So there's Granite Shares, there's Defiance, there's YieldMax, there's Roundhills. There's several different companies doing similar things, and sometimes those stocks have different performance. So I like to diversify into different vehicles, but I also like to diversify into different brands of vehicle as well. There's also just an art to being diversified. So I'm sure you've seen that there is a whole lot of nuance and a whole lot of different ways to do this. One of the tried and true methods that they have over there at the Unconventional Wealth Leaders channel is just Cornerstone, being anchored to Cornerstone with those special dividends and that drip added back in. If you don't know how to do that, look up Todd's e-guides. There's this whole e-guide about how to properly play Cornerstone. Use promo code Mike if you haven't done that yet. But if you look here, Cornerstone with the dividend added back in is tracking just with the S&P. And this is not accounting for that special drip. So that's how we're coming out way ahead with Cornerstone, especially if we're playing it around the rights offering, is just really boosting that performance even more. But that's why we like Cornerstone, because it is indexed. It gives us very similar performance. Cornerstone's name kind of speaks for itself, where Cornerstone is the main focus of my account because it gives me the best of both worlds. I'm able to get the diversification of being in an indexed ETF, but I'm also getting big dividends. So it's giving me both days gains and income, which is what I'm looking for in my account. So I know I'm not telling you guys anything you don't really already know, just kind of reiterating some of the high points and some of the most critical components of maximizing the returns and minimizing risk while going on your FIRE journey. Commandment 2 is staying diversified. So just want to remind you guys to make sure that you're not over investing into one single sector. It's very easy to go really heavy into tech. It's very easy to go really heavy into Bitcoin or crypto. But staying disciplined allows you to see those big gains like we had on Friday where, tech was down, but utilities and healthcare was up. So I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate the emails. If you guys have any questions, email me at mstu386@gmail.com. If you haven't joined the community over there at the Discord and on Circle, If you're looking to do so, use promo code Mike, MIKE, get a 10% discount. And look forward to chatting with you guys over there on the Discord and in the circle. And have a good week, guys.